Hi everyone, it's me, Peggy Baker, and I thought I would come to you today to show you how I'm going to coffee stain my papers and envelopes for my junk journals. And I kind of got you facing here on the island. I have a Pyrex dish, I have a spoon, paper towel, hot water, instant coffee. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to pour our hot water into our Pyrex dish. And it's pretty warm. I probably have way too much water. It's probably enough. Okay. So now we're going to take some instant coffee. Any kind of instant coffee you have would be fine. And we're going to just put it into the hot water. Just like that. And depending on how dark you want your papers is how much instant coffee you put in. So far I've done like 3 heaping teaspoons. I'm gonna do probably 5 today. That should be enough. And I buy the cheap instant coffee at the dollar store. So you're just gonna dissolve this up. Get it all mixed up. And I forgot to turn my oven on, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. This is nice and strong. It's foaming because the water's hot. That foam will go away once it's mixed in. So what you're going to do is after you dip your papers in your instant coffee mixture, you're going to put them on a cookie sheet, and you can actually lay them out to dry, but I actually put them in the oven on like 200, and I dry them in the oven on 200 or 225. You want to keep it low because you don't want to set your house on fire. And you have to stay with your oven. You cannot leave the kitchen once you put paper in the oven. Do not try this at home unless you have an adult present. So I'm just mixing this up really quick. Okay, that should be good. I forgot to grab a cookie sheet. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing here real quick. So I'm going to start laying in. This is actually just regular copy paper. It's cut down to 8. Well, this was big copy paper, 9 by 14 inch. I cut it down to 8.5 by 5.5 inches once it's folded. I got the big copy paper on clearance for like 25 cents a ream. Hello, gotta take it. So I already folded my papers, and I'm just going to start laying them in my water, or my coffee water. Just lay them in, one right after another. Push it down with your spoon, and just keep laying them in there. And I usually do I do quite a bit of coffee staining. Once I start, I do quite a bit of it because I don't leave the kitchen for a good couple hours. But today I'm only staining enough papers for a journal that I'm going to make. So we'll just shove all these in. Now depending on how dark you want will depend on how long you keep it in the water. I usually dip it in and take it out normally. But today I folded. I usually do them unfolded, but today I'm doing them folded. So I'm trying to speed up the process today. And you just keep adding and adding and adding. Keep on on adding. And the paper's going to get really saturated. And then also, I also at the same time, I take envelopes, okay? And you'll have to remove the sticky, you'll have to remove this piece after you get it wet before you put it in the oven. But I'm just going to stick those in there. I love to copy dye envelopes, and then what I do in my journals is I will rip them apart and put them in as a folder, like a pop-out. Okay, so I'll stick those in, push those down into the water, or into the coffee water. You can use coffee, you can use tea, you can use anything you want. So the next step is pulling them out and putting them on a cookie sheet. And I will get back with you in the next video.